What's up, everybody? Circus here, coming at you with a state of the game video. And I gotta admit, this is Kamel's idea. When we were talking about videos, he's like, we should do state of the game. I'm like, well, what's the state of the game? He's like, it's weird.
It's weird,
It's
dude.
weird.
It's weird, champ.
It's weird, champ. All right, well, explain why it's weird.
Well, guys, if you are new to the game, you may not really understand what I'm talking about. But for those of you who've been playing Duel Links since its infancy, 2018, maybe even 2019, you know that things in Duel Links have been operating pretty rudimentarily for a pretty long time, right? Things do not change. They follow a strict schedule, and they do not always shake it up a lot. But I feel that after Zexal World launched and after the 4th anniversary, something changed in the Duel Links development team, the higher ups, or at Konami. Something changed, and they have been approaching developing and updating the game in a different way altogether, it seems. I think more has changed in Duel Links since 2021 has began than Duel Links in its entire 4 years of being a game.
All right, so why don't you give us a few examples of that? What do you think about? What's different about it?
Well, I think, firstly, altogether, the content releases in Duel Links seem like they have a plan behind them, or they're more organized in the things that they want to promote and bring to the game. Usually, right, there is no really like tied together to the boxes. We just get this box, then that box with this random guy on the cover and that guy. They don't really have any ties to anything. But, we saw this starting in 5D's era, but now in this year, they have truly committed to it, right? Giving the star characters of the world their boxes, and then creating a entire thematic, like, multi-month initiative in the what I like to call the Synchro Resurgence,
Right?
Which started with the I guess you could say it started with what was the first Synchro box that came out? Oh my god, dude, I can't remember. Harpies? Was it Harpies?
For this generation, I think so.
Antonomic Theory may have come out before.
Oh, there
Harpies.
you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, Antonomic Theory, I believe, came out before Harpies, which had Tech Genus. Yes, Antinomy returned to Duel Links, and that is what started the Synchro Resurgence. That and box character event combinations are a mainstay in the game now. It feels like almost every character's release is coordinated with a structure deck or a mini or main box of some kind in order to give their archetype the boost it needs. So before I move on, what do you think about all that? You've been playing Duel Links longer than I have since it's launched.
Well, everybody knows I don't actually play the game, so I have no idea. But if you have been playing the game for a while, I think what Kamel's getting at, in case you haven't been around for a long time, like the top decks like a year ago, maybe a little bit longer, were like Element Sabers, Shiranui, Dark Lords. These decks don't really have like a character behind them, right? They were just kind of like archetypes released into a box, and they didn't really have a tie into the game. They were kind of like whatever, TCG light, right? But it feels like they're kind of moving away from that, right? They don't want it to be, well, I mean, obviously it's going to be related to the TCG, but they're switching the focus of the game because Master Duel's coming out. We can get into that, but I think that's why we're seeing this whole shift, right? They're getting away from TCG light into full-on anime fanboy kind of stuff, right? And if you're an anime fanboy, I love you. I'm just saying that's what it seems like.
And, you say what you will, but I think when they learned this was definitely going to work, and why the reason I think that they continue to do this was Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes is proof that people will come into Duel Links, spend money, even if maybe they didn't have the intention of doing it. They want to play an anime deck to its fullest potential. Blue Eyes is there waiting for you. You pick it up. You do what you have to do to get it. And that's why I think every release since then, or every character in anime deck since then, has had a huge initiative behind it to make sure you can you can get immersed and feel like you're an anime character playing your anime deck.
Now, Ryan and I did that show for a little bit called, What's Hot on the Ladder. And for like 2-3 months, Blue Eyes has been at the top. And I just pulled it up, and I know you probably can't see it right now, Kamel, but I pulled up the popularity rankings. first place is Sphere of Kribo, but then second place is Blue Eyes, and third place is Whitestone of the Ancients. And then after that, you get into Automat cards. But still, Automat's destroying everybody in tournaments. We call it tier 0. Blue Eyes still top deck on the ladder. You know?
No, it's totally because of the accessibility of the decks and just how viable you know them to be based on the support they're given, right? Blue Eyes is another, right? We talked about the other decks. Blue Eyes is another example of a deck that was given support over and over again, a skill, 2 structure decks now, so it could be viable, like amazing. And this, the same thing is going on with these other decks that they're releasing and trying to push to the forefront.
But I mean, why wouldn't you do this? I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because with Master Duel coming out, you're going to want to have a difference between the 2 games, because otherwise you're doing the robbing Peter to pay Paul thing,
Yes.
So you don't want to do that. So I think you need to make a difference between the 2, and this is always
and that is something.
This has always been kind of the focus of the game, right? We're supposed to be Yami Yugi, we're supposed to be Jaden, but we never really had their decks. But now we're starting to get that, and they're making it more.
Before we move on to Masters, real quick, another thing I just thought about, skills. Before this year, dude, how many anime skills do we have in rotation?
Well, they were there, but no, it was always like you would never use this.
They weren't really good. Now, new characters come with consistency skills to make their decks meta playable. We expect it. We look for it and say, how good is this consistency skill?
Because we look at it, we're like, Gimmick Puppets is coming out. It's like, this is going to be crap, but we'll wait and see what the skill is.
And the skill is busted, dude. It's really, really good.
But that's what we do with decks now. It's like, the cards are okay. Let's see what the skill does.
Exactly. And, I think that is all, like you said, great transition. It's all going towards them trying to, make Duel Links its own, create an identity for Duel Links separate from Master Duel, which is coming, right? They said in that video that they want Duel Links and Legacy of the Duels to be your main way to experience the anime and the manga part of Yu-Gi-Oh, while Master Duel will be the TCG, OCG experience. Right. And, I think that is a positive thing for Duel Links, because before we didn't have anything. Now, at least we have something to go off of. When we see new things are going to come to the game, we can expect that, hey, this is what they're thinking about when they bring a new character and their new archetype into the game. Or if there's going to be new cards released alongside a character, we know.
I think it's good just because there will be a difference, and you can have 2 different experiences. You know what I mean? You can come over and play Duel Links and have that over-the-top, like WWE style, where it's like people are yelling stuff back and forth at each other, challenge each other to like death matches over a card game, and then you can go play the TCG, and it's a totally different experience. I think that's good. I think it's smart, and Konami's playing that 4D chess, I think that's what it is. I mean, they're finding a way to make money on both, because they know that there's probably a lot of people that will play both, because there will be a difference.
One more thing. Although it may not be as happy, right? You may have realized that we have not gotten any box leaks at all this year. I believe the only one that we received was Photon of Galaxy in January, and that was the last one. Ever since then, all of our boxes were, of course, leaked on Reddit by Alpha Man, but there has not been a main or mini box data mined from an update in Duel Links since February. So what does this mean? Well, I think that they are just taking a little bit, closer care at how they put things in Duel Links, because they know that it will be leaked. And to be fair, right, leaks on the scale that they have been happening in Duel Links for years is unprecedented, right? That should not be happening.
You should be leaking that. We love it as content creators.
There's no way a game that brings in Duel Links amount of money and as popular as it is should be leaking every single new card that comes out.
Right.
So while, it was nice for that to have happen for us all these years, a sign of it going away is kind of like they're taking better care of the game. They're looking at it more closely. At least they're more involved. So that is something that I take away from there not being leaks. They're looking at the game more.
Right. So what do you think overall? Is it a good state of the game?
I think the state of the game is positive overall because it shows signs of them really trying to change Duel Links thematically and really give it, the attention that it has not had for a while. I feel like this is a good start compared to the lack of, updates and, stuff working together that we've had in the previous years. I think things are a lot more uniform and put together as of this year.
Yeah, I think it's like I said it all before. I just think it's moving in a good direction to keep the two games separate. And I think Duel Links is going to stay strong. A lot of people want to say Duel Links dead. I don't think so. I think there's be very different experiences. It's already got an installed user base, and I don't think everybody's just going to go leave and start playing Master Duel. So I think people are still going to come back and want to play this format. So I'm not worried about it all. I'm going to say the state of the game is strong. So.
Yes, I'm going to say the state of the game is in a healthier position now than it has ever been. I've said it a few times on streams already. But yeah, the game is healthier than it's ever been. Konami's involvement with the game, things are getting nerfed. Automats, we were crying about Automats for 2 weeks. Konami comes through. Hey, guys, don't worry. We already got you with the Automat.
We nerfed them, but they're still number one, so whatever.
They're still number one.
That's
right.
a whole different video series. All right, guys. Yeah. Let us know what you think about the state of the game in the comments below. Is it strong or is it doo-doo? I think it's strong.
What do you think? How long you been playing Duel Links? So what do you think about the game now compared to when you started?
Right. And what do you think of the change in the focus? Because I know a lot of people probably really love like a deck as strong as Element Sabers being in the game, but now you'd actually be able to play a deck like that completely full power in Master Duel.
And you'll be able to say your anime voice lines while you do it.
Right.
You'll be able to do your thing.
All right, guys. Let us know what you think in the comments below. We're going to get out of here, but you should get in the Discord because it's free. Tournaments are free, and the new player help is free. I'm Circus. That's Kamel.
Peace out.
And we'll see you next time.